Mama, today is your day. Enjoy your day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
I'm so grateful for the gift of life. I love you so. Happy Mother's Day. Mama, I'm so grateful for the gift of life. I love you so. Happy Mother's Day.
My sons, I'm so thankful. I pray for you. I love you so. Happy Mother's Day. Mama, Mama Defender, Mama Shagiri. I will love you forever, forever.
Enjoy your day.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I will love you forever, forever. Mama Defender, Mama Shagiri. I will love you forever, forever.
Enjoy your day.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. That was Jehovah Shalom from Africa. You can follow them for more of their music on YouTube. I am Marcus Holmes, the HR Passion Guy, and I'm excited to be here with you on this Mother's Day. Whether your mother is living and sitting with you, having dinner, or in the living room, enjoying each other's company, whether your mother is on another side of the country or state and you're unable because of the pandemic to come together, or if your mother, like me, is on the other side resting, an angel from the balcony of heaven cheering you on to a better and greater life, happy Mother's Day. We are here live via Restream on Facebook Live, on the Love and Stuff community page, as well as the Marcus R. Holmes page. We are on LinkedIn Live on the Marcus R. Holmes page, on YouTube events and Twitch TV as HR Passion, and on IG Live. So wherever you are, on whatever platform you are, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, drop in the comments a happy Mother's Day to your mother or some mother, Big Ma, my dear, TT, grandmare, whatever the term of endearment and affection is for your mom or the woman that served as your mother. Drop it in the comments right now across all platforms. And so thank you for joining us, from Stacey Jones to Tiff Danielle, to Rakiba Dismuke, to Eric Powell, Felix Holmes, Rochelle Weathers, and others. Click right now and click share to your followers, your connections, your Facebook friends. Tag 5 of them to join in this celebration, where we will, for just about an hour, share some wonderful tributes from many different people across the collective of channels who were willing to reduce to a video their celebration of their mother. We do this because we want you to know, whether or not your mother is here close near you in the earth school, we call it, or she is resting on the other side, that you are not alone today, and that you can still celebrate the great memories, the great legacy, the great heritage of your mother. I want you to drop in the comments right now if your mother was a great cook. I want you to drop it in there and drop what that dish was that your mother used to cook and tear up. Now, I want to drop 16 different dishes because everybody thinks their mother is the best cook, but my mother had a way with dressing and macaroni and cheese. And see right here, I think I'm starting to salivate thinking about it. She made delicious apple pies, and I'm not a big apple pie fan, but I'd eat hers, and sweet potato pies, and 7-Up pound cakes, and baked chicken, and chitlins, judge me if you may, and hog head cheese, and chicken and dumplings. Should I go on? Should I go on? Should I go on? Drop in the comments so I can see. Everybody has a great one. All right. Happy month. Thank you, Aria Moody. Absolutely. Thank you thank you so much for being here. A very valued member of our Love and Stuff community. And Mama V1. That's right. Smothered chicken. Come on, somebody. Come in here. Come in here. Okay. Smothered chicken in the African American diaspora, it's gold. I'm sorry. Smothered chicken and smothered pork chops, even though I'm not a big pork eater. I like bacon, maybe some sausage. But smothered chicken, come on in here, Tiff Danielle. Turkey legs, homemade mashed potatoes, lemon meringue pie, homemade caramel. Boy, are we both missing your mom today. I know. My mother cooked mac and cheese so well. Yes, Joy Pascal, I understand. Homemade caramel popcorn. I needed to be over there for those days. And cornbread and all of these delicious foods. And I bet you could share with me your mother gives or gave the best words of advice. She gave the best hugs, right? All of those wonderful memories. We thought it was important today to remind you that you're not alone, that you can pull the gratefulness of those memories into your current reality, and what might seem to be bitter can be bittersweet. I don't advise that you don't sit in the reality of the great absence and deficit of your mother's presence if she's not here, or if she's on the other side of the country and you can't get to her. But what you can do is remind and rehearse the great memories that you have, the museum of memories. I heard one great man say that you have, that you can rehearse over and over again. And so we wanted to share from our Love and Stuff community just some of those great things. And then at the end, a tribute to all of the mothers in Love and Stuff community. Now, listen, I didn't have all of the pictures of all of the mothers. So if I don't have your picture, you kindly inbox me, or if you're on LinkedIn and I didn't have your picture, kindly inbox me, and I will add your picture to another part of the presentation to continue to share it, because mother's love goes beyond the grave, and a mother's celebration should not be relegated to one day. I see some more things. Roast beef that melted in your mouth. Come on, roast beef. Come on, roast beef. Yes. Old-fashioned fried okra. Come on, not breaded. And the best barbecue on the planet. Oh my goodness. I wish I had had some of that food with some of your moms. And I appreciate it. Keep sharing those great dinners, those delectable dishes, and keep sharing the names of your mothers as we celebrate, because we want this to be an archive of love. We want our record on May 9th of 2021 to reflect that your mother's name was called out in the record as a great woman that we should honor. So drop in the comments, whether you are on LinkedIn Live, whether you're on Facebook Live or IG Live or YouTube events or Twitch TV, drop in the comments right now the name of your mother, shouting out Happy Mother's Day. All right, I see Marjorie Allen Robinson. There we go. Drop those names down in there. All right, and I'm going to get us started with our first tribute. She's just joined our room. She is an actress and educator. You will see her on the silver screen in Cain and Abel, and she will drop in the comments the other movies that are currently playing in a theater near you or that are playing on Amazon Prime. We are peacock proud in the Love and Stuff community to have all types of people. And if you haven't joined us, it's a great community that you should join. I'm bringing the video tribute of actress, I always say thespian, educator, Aria Moody. I am so pleased that she was able to be with us and to share with us a video tribute to her mother. I hope that her mom is watching this, because this is a surprise. Her mom had no idea, and I am so excited to share.
Hey, Love and Stuff community. Aria Moody stopping by to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and mother figures out there who are doing great things and loving on us all. But I would be remiss if I did not say a special Happy Mother's Day to the most beautiful girl in my world, my mom, Alita Moody. She is the best. Always been my rock, even when she has to be my worst critic. She never stops being my greatest cheerleader. So, Mom, I love you. I thank you for all your patience, all your love, and most of all, for all your support all my life. Dreams come true because you are the real Superwoman.
That's our Aria Moody telling us about her Superwoman. Come on, give us some hearts and handshakes and likes and whatever emoji that you can fit into the comments. Thank you, Aria, for sharing that about your mother. And what an incredible testimony of your Superwoman. And you are a Superwoman just like her. And we love you here in the Love and Stuff community. Thank you, Deneen Coleman Ruff, for joining us. Thank you so much, Yashika Holston, Sheik's Cook, for joining us. Happy Mother's Day. Toya Miller. Taft Cleveland says his mom's fried corn and sweet potato pie. Well, we are here celebrating Mother's Day, and we're asking you to drop in the comments that delectable dish that only your mom can make the way that she made it. Drop it in the comments, and along with that, drop her name so that we can have her in our archive of love that we celebrated her on May 9th, 2020 on Mother's Day. You are not alone. Even if you are not able to be with your mother due to circumstances beyond your control, your mother's life, heritage, and legacy lives on with you and through you. And I ask that you just cheer her on by dropping in the comments her name. Yes, Valencia and Taff are having some discussion. They mixed in the corn with the okra. It all sounds delectable to me. We're going to go to our next person. I just want to remind you that whether you are on Facebook Live on the Marcus R. Holmes page or Love and Stuff page, whether you're on LinkedIn Live with all of my business compadres, whether or not you are on Twitch TV or YouTube events with those folks that tend to work with us from overseas and HR Passion, whether or not you're on IG Live, please click share right now and tag someone, just like Joy Pascal did. Tag someone to enjoy and join in on this celebration. Tag them right now. I want to give you a second to do just that. Click share and then tag some people, 5 of your closest Facebook friends, connections on LinkedIn, or followers on IG, 5 of the more popular ones to join in this celebration. It won't be the same without them, but we love to have them join in with us in the celebration. Mike Flanoyo has joined us. Thank you, sir. Happy Mother's Day, moms. And he's joined us. Thank you. Rochelle says, my mom's mac and cheese, potato salad, and cakes. That must be where you got it from. That Rochelle Weathers knows she can cook some, so that's where you got it from. Succotash. I like a succotash. I make a great succotash, actually. I learned. Andrea Williams. Her grandmothers, Verlie Williams and Daisy Thompson. My. Oxtail stew. I made some for Autumn, and I bet it's not like Mama Daisy's. Collards and peach cobbler, the cornbread and beans. I missed them. My mommy, Darlene Williams, collards, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, catfish, and lamb chops. Listen, I'm going to have to eat in a minute. Okay, I asked for it, didn't I? Drop all of those delectable dishes that you couldn't wait to get to your mom's house to have. All of that. Deneen Coleman Ruff says, my mother cooked just about everything, but I loved her curry, chicken, and rice. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think we need to do a recipe book for all of these recipes because I can hardly stand it. Can you see I'm trying to keep myself together? I am a foodie. I am Marcus Holmes and I am a foodie. You know how they say when I don't mean to diminish anybody that is in any kind of program, but I know I need some help. Okay, I need some help with all the eating I do, even though people might say it's just going to one part to the gut. Click share and tag some folks to join us as we go into our second tribute. We have tributes all hour. And at the end, we have just a small tribute to the women of the Love and Stuff community. And again, if I missed your picture, you need to inbox it to me so that I can include it, so that we will have, what I want to do is memorialize the moment that we celebrated and honored the great women and mothers and surrogates and TTs and Big Mas and Grandmeres and Ma Dears and all of them that have served for us. Teresa says, my mom's dressing. Tiff says, my mom loved my banana pudding and peach cobbler greens, meatloaf, fried chicken, and soups. You cooked everything for her. Well, just in case you're missing her and you want to cook some for me. I love it. I love it. And just like Taft did, call out Mary Cleveland Evans, Elena Cross, Mason Tone. Call out the names of these women, these mothers. We want to memorialize it. We call it the Archive of Love. We believe that mothers and fathers, but today is mothers. Mothers are worthy of honor. And so we want to give them honor by saying or typing their names. All right. All right, Tiff Danielle, that's what we're going to do. I got a culinary ministry for love and stuff. That's what we're going to do. You're going to fill in a spot with a couple folks. All right. As you're clicking share, we're going to go to the next person, who is Deborah Hill. And Deborah Hill comes in and out of our communities, and we love it. And her mother, who is 80 years old, is beautiful. And I hope to get a picture of her so that you will be able to see how 80 looks like 30. Tell her I said that, Deborah. It might give me some peach cobbler or something good. Cora Fitch Williams. Yes, call out those names like Rochelle Weathers is doing of your mothers who we should celebrate and honor. I want to memorialize the moment, and I'll tell you later why. You must stick around to find out why it's important to memorialize moments. Tim Danielle, thank you for putting Gwen Mosley's name. What a sweet woman and sweetheart. And I didn't know she did all of this great stuff, cooking stuff. I'm going to have to talk to you one-on-one. Doreen Coleman Ruff says, coffee cake served with coffee or tea. Come on. Now that's real. You must be from Tennessee. That's real stuff. Pineapple upside down cake, my mother's name, Emma Frances German. God bless her. My goodness. Thank you so much. So we're going to go to Deborah Hill and share her tribute as well. I thank all of you who have sent in tributes, and we just wanted to share some of the many tributes that we have to mothers. Click share right now so that someone else can partake in it. Someone might be sitting at home and a little sad, and that's okay. If your mother isn't here, it's okay to feel sad. It's okay. Whether it's your first year or 25th year, it's okay. We just want to add a little ingredient, a little sweet to the bitter, so that you will memorialize the memories and be able to recall the great things about your mom.
Good morning. Happy Mother's Day to all. I'm here today to pay tribute to my beautiful mother, Carrie Hill Thornton. My name is Deborah Hill, and I thank God for this opportunity to pay tribute to you, Mom, for all that you are and all that you are to your family. You've raised 4 beautiful children, and you're assisting in raising your grandchildren. I thank God for 80 years young that you've lived this life, and you're still serving a true and living God. I thank you for being a blessing to us and to your grandchildren. I thank you for all the things that you've taught us, all the things that have carried us up until this point. Even when you feel like we're not listening to you sometime, Mom, we are listening. We love you to life. I can think back on a song that you used to sing at pastors' anniversaries, banquets, and different type of events. And that song was You Are So Beautiful. And I'm paying that tribute to you today. You are so beautiful to me. You're everything that I hope for. You're everything that I need. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything that we hope for. You're everything that we need. Mommy, you are so beautiful to us. And we thank God for your life. And we thank God for all that he's doing in and through you. We want to pay tribute to you today to let you know to have a wonderful, happy Mother's Day. Be blessed as always. Look forward to seeing you a little bit later on today. Brother Marcus, God bless you. Thank you so much for this opportunity, for allowing me to pay tribute to my mom, to say Happy Mother's Day. God bless you, and may God keep you. Mommy, I love you to life.
Thank you so much, Deborah Hill. What an inspiring tribute to an 80-year-old mother. And I hope to get a picture from Deborah of her mother, who makes 80 look like the new 30. And what I love that might be similar among many experiences is grandmothers always reach back to help these mothers, help mothers to rear their children. It is communal. And I love that. And I love that in her story. Keep clicking share to have some folks join us. We are celebrating mothers today. We are memorializing moments today, and we are inviting and encouraging you to take part so that if there is any bitter in this day for you, you get to add some sweet to it so that you understand that your mother's memory and heritage live on. And if she's still living, that you hug her tightly for me, please, that you hold her closely, that you adore her and every opportunity to adore her for those of us that are in the Motherless Club. We are so thankful to be able to celebrate and honor mothers. Drop your mother's name in the comment because we want to, in our archive of love, memorialize that. So whether you're on LinkedIn, whether you're on Twitch TV, whether you're on YouTube events, IG Live, or Facebook Live, drop in the comments right now, what is your mother's name? And please share maybe one of the delectable dishes that she could prepare. Like Teresa Smith is saying on Facebook, Annie McKinney, Lunetti's Washington roast, mac and cheese, pineapples, caramel, and coconut cake. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a plate of great food. What is your mother's great dish? Drop it in the comments and drop your mother's name in the comments as well. Soon, I'm going to ask you to drop in the comments, what was that piece of sage advice that your mother gave to you that is still true today? You know, your mother could have a saying just like that, and it could have life till today. It's something that she told you to do, told you not to do, gave you some advice on today. Annette Green has joined us. Daisy Jones, green beans, mean green beans. Come on now. All right, we're going to the next person, and I hope that she is with her mom at this point because I think maybe this will be a surprise. I don't think, just like Aria's mom, I don't think that this mom knows that she is a part of the tribute. And so, which I love, I'm absolutely excited by that. And so I'm hoping that she will get a chance to watch this for the first time live. And so I won't even say the name of the daughter, but we will see this video now.
Happy Mother's Day, Mommy. I love you so, so much. I just want you to take this month, you know, your birthday month, and of course you have to share it with Mother's Day, but I just want you to know that every day is your day. I love you so much. I love you more than anything in this whole wide world. You know, this video and this expressing myself makes me nervous, but you are a virtuous woman. I am honored to even call you mom, and you love me just as much as I love you more than you think you love me. But like, I'm just so thankful to have you as my mom. Like, you know the answers to everything. Like, you have the answers. I can call you on something totally random and you have the answer. Like, that's crazy. And I think it's still crazy how you know me better than I know myself. Like, I think that's crazy. Like, I love you. Like, that's oh my God. Yeah, but I just pray that God continues to use you, and I just hope that I make you proud, you know, every day. And I love you so much.
That was LaShawn Nicole of Atlanta, Georgia, and her mother is April Sheard. And LaShawn used to be called, I still call her Buttons, because she is still cute as a button, even though she's a young adult. And what I love that she said, that's so true, LaShawn, our parents know us sometimes better than we know ourselves. Can anybody testify to that like LaShawn? Your mother said, I knew you when I had you, and I know you today. I know you forever. I know you better than you know yourself, right? And we want to love them as much as they love us. But I know a mother's love takes us far beyond where we could ever hope. I believe, LaShawn, that a mother's love is the next thing to God's love. That he fashioned mothers and said, okay, Jesus is only going to make a pit stop on earth, but I got to give you somebody who's going to love you from the cradle to the grave and beyond. And that is a mother. And if anybody believes that, give me some likes or loves across whatever platforms you are on or channels, that you understand that a mother's love is far reaching and extends beyond all known parameters. Thank you, LaShawn, and happy Mother's Day to April Sheard, a very noted psalmist and first lady in the Atlanta, Georgia area, is a transplant from Detroit. And thank you, LaShawn, for what a fitting tribute that was. I hope that you will click, share right now, and tag someone to join us. I'm Marcus Holmes, the HR Passion, LA Love and Stuff Passion guy, and we are celebrating across all channels today, stopping what we're doing to take a few moments in this hour to celebrate Mother's Day and memorialize the moments. So whether you're watching on Twitch TV, YouTube events, IG Live, LinkedIn Live, or Facebook Live, welcome, and show your support by clicking share right now and tagging at least 5 of your Facebook friends, LinkedIn connections, IG followers, or 5 of the more popular ones to join in this tribute. And as you're coming in, drop the name of your mother, grandma, grandmere, big mama, TT, my dear, whatever the term of endearment, drop her name so that we can memorialize this moment on May 9th, 2021, that we are celebrating women that are worthy of honor. They are mothers. We're going to move on to the next tribute. A member of our Love and Stuff community whose face is not unfamiliar to you here, who is from the D, but is transplanted, and there's only one D, by the way, it's called Detroit, Michigan, but he's transplanted to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And you see his face quite often in many of the aspects of the Love and Stuff community. And we want to share with you from his tribute to his mother and grandmother. So I want to share with you a tribute from Darren Williams.
Good morning, praise the Lord, and happy Mother's Day first to all the mothers out there, because you are God's gift to the earth. Through you and because of you, life actually has and does come to this planet, and so we salute and celebrate you all. Here's a special Mother's Day celebration to my mother, who, of course, my first teacher, the person, though, who loves me best, who loves me most, no matter what. She is my constant. It's funny how at 52 years old, I still, if I don't know how to cook, have a thought of something to make in the kitchen, pick up the phone and call her, and so eagerly, because she's the one who taught me how to cook. She still, to this day, is doing the very same thing. She is actually my co-laborer in the gospel. That's what she calls herself. That's what I refer to her as. Since I've been in ministry, she's been there and is there in that way as well. So many accolades, so many specialties, so many ways. She is the beauty of my life. I thank God that she's still here with me. This will be the first time together as a family we're celebrating Mother's Day without my grandmother, who passed away last year, 2 weeks before Mother's Day. She, of course, is so dear in my heart as well. The two of them, my mother and grandmother, are still shaping my life at this point. I love them. I love what God has given us in mothers. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day.
And thank you, Darren Williams, for sharing that awesome tribute to your mother and to your grandmother. And I certainly am so grateful and thankful for the double celebration that's happening in your family. It's important that even though our mothers and sometimes grandmothers and those that have helped to really nourish us, nourish our souls, help to nurture us, that they have made their transition, it's important that we carry forward their legacy. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's painful. Yes, their absence is greatly felt, and no one can fill the void. But what we can do is take forward the great things that they have taught us and shared with us as we seek to be all that we are planted in this earth school to be. Michael Flanoy is calling out his mother's name, Mary Flanoy. I miss you every day. I want to call you and hear your voice. I love you. Rest in peace. What a beautiful tribute, Mike, to your mom. And I know that she is looking down. She is on the balcony. I think all of our mothers are angels. I think some of our mothers should just make heaven because they were our mothers. Film at 11. But all mothers are angels now, and they are cheering us on and hoping that we live great lives. Mothers would not want us to just lay down and die, though sometimes we do feel that way, right? Sometimes we have those moments. But mothers want us to be able to carry forward and to live out our best life for them. So, Mike, blessings to you today and the missing your mom. I certainly understand that, being in the motherless club, but with the bitter, let's add some of the sweet memories that we have of our mothers. I'm so excited to be sharing these wonderful tributes. And next is another wonderful tribute about a mother and a grandmother by Annette Green. I'm so excited to share her tribute, and I know that you will enjoy it too. Drop in the comments that someone's name who you think should be viewing this today, sharing this content to help power their day. Annette Green.
I would like to say happy Mother's Day to two of the most amazing women in my life. One being my mother, Patricia Long, and the other being my grandmother, Nettie Green. May she continue to rest in peace. I want to say happy Mother's Day to you, Pat, Patricia, Mama, G-Ma, all of those titles you hold. TT, you hold all of those titles. And I want to say happy Mother's Day to you. Thank you for instilling the things you have instilled in me. Thank you for continuing to show me how to be a mother. Thank you for being my teacher, my protector, my biggest supporter in everything that I do. I want to say, whatever you do today, Mama, enjoy it to the fullest and know that this girl right here, I love you.
What an awesome tribute to Patricia Green, all of those names, because every mother, come on, drop in the comments some of your mother's nicknames in terms of endearment. And Miss Green, who we call Miss Green, who is grandma. But all of these names in terms of endearment, drop some of them in the comments. Thank you for joining us. Marilyn Hamilton and Shanicia Canada and Linda Phillips and Nicole Baldwin. Happy Mother's Day to all of you that are celebrating Mother's Day. Thank you so much. And drop in the name of your mother. And we've been talking about delectable dishes. And now I want you to drop in the name. Did your mom have a nickname? Now, I couldn't call my mom Reen, but her name is Princess Irene, but some people called her Reen. They called her Reen. My uncle would say, Reen, this dressing is so good. And my daddy didn't want to share his dressing with some of those folks. That's too funny. I still laugh at that. But I just called her Mama or Ma. What's your nickname, and what did people call your mom? Even the other kids, when my mother was the youth director at the church, even the other kids called her Ma. Some of them called her Miss Holmes, Mrs. Holmes, but a lot of them called her Ma. What was the nickname? Miss Margie for Valencia. There you go. My mom's nickname is DB. All right. Thanks, Nicole, for that. Annie, rest in peace, was called Annie Oakland and Minnesota Fats. Okay. Nicole says my brother called her Mugs. All right. Mike says Grand, Sugar. All right. Keep those names coming. What are those terms of endearment? And when you hear them, doesn't it bring a smile? Doesn't it bring something in you that reminds you of the goodness of your mother? A sage piece of advice that Daryl Redmond, pastor of True Rock Church, where I say I'm still a member. I don't know if they consider me on the membership roll. I consider myself a member. He advised me a long time ago as I started to experience loss to speak to my mother, to call out her name. And one of the great things that has been a benefit for me, it brings back all of the great memories. It brings back to me the sound of her voice that I so long to hear her say, now, Marcus, don't do that. And anybody that knows me knows I always go in the high pitched voice when I'm talking about my mother, because she had this higher voice and she would keep it here, but she could be giving you the business without raising her voice. I have never mastered that. What a mastery that would be for me. All right, I'm seeing some more. Manetti. All right, Teresa, Manetti. My dear, yes, I see some of these wonderful names. Keep dropping those wonderful names in the comments. We're celebrating mothers today, and I'll tell you in a little bit why it's important to memorialize moments. Memorialize moments. We're going to go to the next person, and thank you again, Annette. We're going to another member of the Love and Stuff community who is also an entrepreneur. Christina Smith is the owner of Powerful Money Tools, LLC, and she has a very blessed and special tribute for her mother. And I hope that her mother gets a chance to see this live as well. A lot of these mothers had no idea that these would be live for them. And so I'm hopeful that a number of them will get to watch it live with you, just as we watch it with us, as we watch it right now.
I would like to wish my mother, Pearline Smith, a happy Mother's Day. You mean the world to me, and not only me, your grandchildren. Having my mother in my life, still blessed to be here working and doing everything that she dreams to do, and being in our lives and our grandchildren's lives and other people's lives. The missionary work, the homeless work, the work in the church, everything that you do is very appreciated by me and everyone that loves you. I love you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
What a beautiful tribute for such a beautiful mom. Christina has such a beautiful mom, such an industrious and savvy woman, and beautiful inside and out. Thank you, Christina. A lot of that beauty, inner and outer, has been transferred to you. So live out that wonderful legacy, and you have your mom still with you. Hug her for all of us and let her know Happy Mother's Day. Back in the comments, Annette saying, no, thank you. No, thank you, Annette. You shared your mom and especially your grandma with me. And I think sometimes your grandma would fight you all about me. And I loved her. Bless the memory of Nettie Green. Thank you for joining us, Sandra Beavers and Lena Brown. Drop in the comments the name of your mother, whether she's here in the Earth School with us or if she is on the other side. And anyone on any of the other platforms, of course, I will only be able to see you if you drop something in the comments, especially on LinkedIn. So if you drop something in the comments, then I'll be able to see you. But drop the name of your mother. Drop the name of that delectable dish. Drop what her term of endearment was. What was she called? Mother, mama, my dear, grandmere, sugar. I love that one. Grand. I love that. Mugs, DB, all of those names. What was your mother's nickname? What was her term of endearment? Drop it in the comments and then click share. Tag 5 of your closest Facebook friends, LinkedIn connections, or IG followers, and tag them to join us in memorializing these moments. We're going to the next tribute moment. This beautiful lady I met at the counter, I think it was Hudson's back then, at the marketplace. My god sister worked at the marketplace in Fairlane, and there was this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman. I love beautiful, beautiful women without makeup. No shade to anybody else. I'm just saying. It's striking to me how someone can just be beautiful with nothing. And I remember that first day like it was yesterday. She's here to make a tribute, or she made a video rather, tribute to her mom. And I don't know if her mom is aware of the tribute either, but I'm hoping that she will be surprised to see it.
Happy Mother's Day to my mom, Bobby Jean Calhoun. Mom, always been my rock star, always been my superhero. I think back to you surviving breast cancer. I think back to you running several half marathons. I think back to you setting these goals and accomplishing them all. As an example, to watch that, let me know that I can do those things as well. I call you like quiet strength. I'm more of the boisterous one. But I recognize that your strength has spoken volumes to so many people. So many people say, oh, your mom is so sweet. And that makes me happy. It makes me proud to know that folks think of you like that. You specifically like working with the elderly. And I love that. I love that even in your retirement from GM, you are teaching Tai Chi 6 days a week, even during the pandemic. It's been a blessing to be your daughter. And I have never wanted or needed anything, and you have always had my back. And I appreciate that. We are more friends than mother-daughter, even though sometimes I'm probably a little more bossy and act like the mother. But I love you, I respect you, and I would not want to be in this place in 2021 having anybody else as my mother but you. I love you. Happy Mother's Day.
What a beautiful tribute. What a beautiful tribute. Thank you, Cherie Calhoun, for Bobby Calhoun. And I am sure she is as proud of you as you are of her. Thank you so much for taking some time. I know you're a busy woman with WDIV, and I appreciate you just stopping by and doing a video. Awesome video, beautiful inside and out. Thank you so much. I hope you will drop in the comments your nickname. Mom and my dear Michelle Cotton Stanfield says, thank you so much for joining us. Absolutely. Miss Cynthia Green, happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much for joining us. June Rochelle Eaton, thank you for joining us. Marilyn says Gan Gan was her nickname. Thank you so much. Drop in the comments your mother's name or your surrogate mother or the woman that was that maternal influence for you, your grandmother, your TT. And when I say TT, I mean auntie, your grandmère, your my dear, whatever the nickname or term of endearment, drop the name in the comment. And then don't forget to drop those delectable dishes. We've heard some delectable dishes. And I'm telling you, if you scrolled up, you might get hungry seeing all of those delectable dishes that these mothers were known for and their wonderful names. You still have an opportunity, whether you're on LinkedIn Live, IG Live, YouTube events, Twitch TV, Facebook Live, an opportunity to memorialize these moments on May 9th, 2021 of the great mother that you have. We're going to continue to move in the tributes. And we're moving to Lori Wesby, who has a beautiful tribute about her mother. Watch Lori Wesby's wonderful tribute.
Hi, everyone. This is Lori. Marcus asked me to come on and share some reflections about my mother. My mom, Ruth Bullard Wesby, passed away in May of 2014. And we actually laid her to rest on Mother's Day weekend. So this weekend is a little bit trying for us. But my mother was just a beautiful lady inside and out, very loving, very kind, very generous. She loved her family and spending time with her family, immediate and extended. We always went to visit our family out of state. And, she just never met a stranger. She never met a person that she didn't care for, genuinely. She loved to have people over. She was quite the entertainer, she was all about the linens, the crystal, the china, the silver. But at the same time, she didn't like to be made a fuss over. She never, don't spend a lot of money on me. And that, that's what she said all the time, which made us want to spend a lot of money on her. But I'm grateful to God for the mom I had. Beautiful, inside and out. Still the gold standard for me and my sister and the rest of us. So thank you, God, for Ruth Bullard Wesby.
What a beautiful tribute to Lori's wonderful mom, Mother Ruth Wesby. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for sharing. We know that it can be difficult. It can be tough to navigate the holidays with the joy and the vigor and the zeal that we once did when our mothers or our loved ones are no longer present. And I just want to give virtual hugs to all of you to know that you can memorialize these moments to help even out the bittersweet that you are experiencing in your life. We're going to move on and ask you again to click share and tag someone. We are celebrating mothers. We are mothers across LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitch TV, YouTube events, and IG Live. And if you are on any of those platforms, you should click share right now to tag someone else who might want to share in these moments, who might want to share with us. So as the premier host of in New York City's and star of the hit web series, The Secret Chef, host Doyce John does all of his work with class and bow tie pizzas. He's from Detroit, Michigan, and he works as an MC and host throughout the U.S., but he now calls New York City home. I did say he hails from where? I'm not hating, I'm just congratulating. And so here's a tribute from Doyce John to his mother and grandmother, who I hope will be surprised to see. And he is traveling, but he took some time out to make this beautiful video.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I just wanted to give my mom Sherry and grandmother Betty an extra special shout out on Mother's Day and just let y'all know that I appreciate you. Not only have you taught me how to be compassionate, you've also shown me how to be kind, a hard worker, and how to slay in the kitchen. Every time I make a meal for someone and they're like, "Oh, you can cook," I am thanking my mom and grandmother. So again, ladies, I just want to officially thank you for giving me that skill set. And not only have you given me skills that have helped me personally, but even professionally with public speaking, being a spokesperson, a host, all of those things that I've learned have come from you, whether by example or by the Hooked on Phonics that you had me use years ago. I appreciate you so much, and I love you both.
Come on, Hooked on Phonics. Anybody remember Hooked on Phonics? Many of the great attributes that we use right now in having a good livelihood, we learned from the apron, from the hand, from the creativity, from the business savvy of our mothers. And again, we're going to talk about fathers on Father's Day, but today mothers. And many, if you've ever had to say an Easter speech, if you've ever had to sing a song at a tea, if you've ever had to write a paper and read it for an oratorical contest, you probably had a proud mother sitting there, and she might have even had a copy of the script to make sure that if you forgot the word, she could help to remind you. Mothers lovingly push us to excel and be our authentic selves and our best. And so you hear from Doyce John just that example of his mother and grandmother. And now he is traveling as a host and secret chef. And we're proud of him. And I know that they are too. Happy Mother's Day to Sherry Colbert and Betty Satterwhite Colbert. What an outstanding young man among your family. We're going to continue to move with these tributes. We have another tribute coming from Taj Crown Hamilton, who is a newlywed, and she's also a member of our Love and Stuff community. Listen as she talks about her sweet mother in her wonderful tribute.
Well, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there in Love and Stuff. My name is Taj Crown Robinson, and I just wanted to give a quick short tribute to my mother, Jackie Dukes. My mother is the sweetest, kindest soul on this planet. My mother is so sacrificing, so giving. I really told thank you for the amazing things that she do and has done. She's not only a virtuous woman, but she's a woman of faith. When my mother retired, my mother continued to take on the task to be a mother to 3 of her grandchildren. Very hardworking, a woman, just a sweet woman of class and dignity. My mother has always been a sweet example of how a godly woman should live and be. And my mother, all the way up until my father passed away, has never said an ill word, unkind word about my father. My mother's always there to give a right word in due season when anybody's going through anything. And Mom, I just want to say I love you so very much, and happy Mother's Day.
And thank you, Taj, for taking a moment out from your duties as a stewardess, flight attendant with American Airlines to give this tribute to your sweet mother. And you have that same sweetness that she has. Now we know for sure where you got it from. Thank you for sharing that tribute. We're going to keep moving, and we're going to Dr. Ramona Cox, who does some phenomenal work with young women in sports and in sports education to give them the solid foundation that they need. Here's where she got it from.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Ramona Cox. And first, I'd like to say Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. And next, I'd like to thank Mr. Marcus Holmes and the Love and Stuff family for giving me this opportunity to pay tribute to my mother, Mary Cox. So just to let you know a little bit about my mother was a nurse. She worked at Huxell Hospital and Harper Hospital for many years. She retired in 2013, a few months before she passed. She was a faithful servant to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and she was an active member of Dexter Avenue Baptist Church, where she served for what seems to be forever, and made sure that my sister and I were active members of the church as well. My mom was someone who was loved by so many people, and that was really prevalent on the day of her service. So there were so many people from work, from church, all around that, spoke her praises, how she affected them, the impact that she made on them. So that was just a blessing to be able to hear, because we always knew the impact that she made on my sister Regina and I. Although she, stayed on us all of the time and, kept us in line, she definitely, supported everything that we wanted to do, all of our endeavors, and, we always wanted to, participate in one thing or another. And she made sure that we had everything that it was that we needed. During that time when we were younger, we were both really active athletes. And, being an athlete, it requires a lot of support. And so our parents, particularly my mother, spent a lot of time, spent a lot of money to make sure that, again, we were able to do the things that we needed to do. So that was something that I really, really appreciated, particularly because that is something that I'm doing today as an athletic director, making sure that other girls have that support that they may not be getting from their parents, making sure that they are getting that transportation that they may not be getting. So that really had an impact on me. In addition to that, she was a big role model to my sister in terms of what she wanted to do career-wise. So as mentioned, my mother was a nurse, and my sister, now living in the DC area, is a nurse as well. So she's made a huge impact on our lives. And so, on behalf of my sister and I am praying that, we, as our goal is that we are living, out the legacy of my mom on a daily basis, and, making her proud every day. And so, again, I thank you for this opportunity just to be able to speak on her, speak on what she has given to the world, and hope that we are living up to what she left here on earth. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Dr. Cox. And I assure you that your mom, who is an angelic being now on the Angels Balcony Row, is proud of you and Regina and the work that you're doing, both in sports education for girls especially, and in nursing. God bless you both, and thank you for that wonderful, wonderful presentation. I wanted to double back. Michelle Cotton Stanfield says Wilhelmina Cotton is her mother's name. Her mom made her special Thanksgiving tea and pound cakes, and her granny made chicken and dumplings. Come on, chicken and dumplings. Miriam Swindle, my mom made those as well, and she made them from scratch. Anybody mom cook from scratch? I would say raise your hand or say amen. But in Facebook land or in LinkedIn land, just put in the comments a thumbs up, an emoji or a heart if your mom made anything from scratch. And if she did, drop it in the comments. What did she make from scratch? One of the things my mom made from scratch, besides biscuits, she made dumplings. I love chicken and dumplings. Love it, love it, love it. Miss Cynthia Green says, Mrs. Matilda Horn, now 91 and a half years of age, made the best apple pies. Love it, love it. I love it. Keep dropping in the comments. What are those things that your mother, your grandma, Gram-T, my dear, grandmare, big mama, TT, Shug, Gran, Sugar, all of those names that you said, what did she make from scratch? Drop it in the comments. Drop it in the comments. All right. Thank you so much. Peach Cobbler. Have mercy. Have mercy. Mercy me. Mercy me. That's my salivary glands, whatever those are. Something is happening there. All right. Peach Cobbler. Delicious. We're celebrating mothers across all channels today, and we're memorializing the moments. These moments are important to memorialize, and stay tuned. You don't want to miss why I believe they are important and why you should carry forward this May 9th, 2020. It can be bittersweet, but I want you to work on memorializing these moments that can help to lighten your load. We're going to continue to move because we have a few more tributes of people that just did videos of celebration to their mother or grandmother or the woman figure in their life, or who had that maternal instinct or power or oversight for them. And we are so thankful for each of them that have shared with us these wonderful moments. We're moving next to our associate producer, Kamal Williams, who is in North Richland Hills, Texas, and who recently experienced the loss of his mother just about a year ago. Listen as Kamal shares from his experience with his mom.
Hello, Love and Stuff community. My name is Kamal Opio Williams, and this dedication is for my mother, Lavinia Diane Williams. It has been just over a year now since she has passed on to be with the ancestors, and she is missed every day. One of the things I learned from her was to be stubborn and never give up on something I thought was right. Every day, she made sure I gave my best in all that I did, and I'm very grateful for it. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and mother figures out there in any capacity that you serve. Thank you for your time.
And thank you, Kamal, for both your willingness to be open and transparent in this moment and your service to the Love and Stuff community. Kamal has a hot new show happening next Saturday, I believe. Next Saturday coming up at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Sports Talk with Kamal and Felix. And you heard in that somber tone, as I understand, each loss is unique. But what I loved in his video is that Kamal talked about her teaching him to be stubborn. We almost got a smile out of that stubborn. And when you think of that thing that your mom shared with you, gave to you, I want you to think on that, because we're going to need that in a moment as we're memorializing moments. Do not leave. You definitely want to hear about that. Next, we have a young lady who is mentioned in my book, The Gratefulness Journey Every Day, which I'll talk about in a minute. And she's mentioned in there pretty early in the book about some things that happened involving her mother. And so I am pleased to share with you this video from Tammy Williams from rcvcakes.com about her mother, Vanessa Holmes.
Hello everyone, happy Mother's Day. My name is Tamara Williams, and I wanted to share you something about my mom, Vanessa A. Holmes. Rest in peace. My mother was an awesome woman of God. She was my encourager, she was supportive. I can recall a time, my first year of teaching, the principal didn't like me for whatever reason, bless her heart, and she gives me this transfer paper, and she says, you might want to think about going somewhere next year. And she hands me this envelope with this transfer paper. And I said, yes, ma'am. I said, okay, thank you. I'm stoic because, I'm like, in the inside, but I ain't let her see that. And immediately on my lunch break, I called my mama. And I said, Ma, I got this transfer paper and I don't know. She said, Tamara, tell me, what does this mean? And if you knew my mom, as I just sounded, she was just like that. And I said, it means, I guess I go to another school next year, or I can't be here. I don't know. She said, so that means you have a job tomorrow still. And I said, yes, I do. She said, there's nothing to worry. You have a job. It'll just be at another location. And you're okay. Everything will be fine. And I said, thank you, Ma. She said, you're welcome. And then she goes, what's for dinner? And so, she just had that way of just really just seeing the other part. She always instilled in my brother and I, work like you want to eat. I'm a workaholic. I do take time for me, but she worked. When she had my brother, she went on maternity leave before she had him. But for me, she went to work and then had me later that night. And so the joke was like, you always, I had a good work ethic, and I still do. And I thank her for it because she really sacrificed and did a lot for my brother and I. And I'm always thankful for that. I could also think about, she always talked about life is 10% action. We don't know what's going to happen. We have no control of that. But the other 90% is reaction. And in this past year, we done had some action happen with the pandemic and COVID and all these things. But I think about her when she's like, how are you going to respond? You know what you can do, what you can, and what you have control over and what you do not. And so I just really, at 16 years, I'll be without my mom in the physical. But I know she lives still with me. I miss every hour with her. But I truly am thankful for the 24 years I had her and that I could continue to keep on with those memories. So I salute to every woman. Happy Mother's Day. Enjoy your special day. Thank you.
What a beautiful and heartfelt tribute. And I'm sure you can relate. There has been some event or situation that's occurred in your life, and you called to talk to your mother, and your mother made you feel better. As a matter of fact, she made you feel like you were Superman or Superwoman, that you could get through that situation and circumstance. Tammy, thank you for sharing so willingly from that story, from those instances with your mom, and great lessons that you learned from her. Happy Mother's Day, Vanessa in heaven. Joy Pascal says, tears now. Vanessa was my girl for sure. Thanks, cousin. Cynthia Green says, apple pies, sweet potato pies, banana puddings, all from scratch. Come on, Scratch. That's some good stuff. Great work ethic. Yes. My mom, born and raised in New Orleans, every New Year Eve, Henrietta Brown, I hope I said that correctly, would make gumbo from scratch. Come on, gumbo from scratch. My sister is the only one comes close to making it. Happy heavenly birthday, Mama. Oh, what a wonderful tribute. And it's those tributes that we want to continue carrying forward. I'm moving to our senior associate producer, J. Gerald Harvey IV. He has a special tribute and reflection about his mom. Watch and listen to this beautiful tribute as well.
As we celebrate this Mother's Day weekend, I just want to take a moment to celebrate my mother, the late Ernestine Harvey. And one of the greatest gifts that she gave us and impacted our lives with me and my sister is the gift of gospel music. That song, "Oh Happy Day" by Edwin Hawkins and the Hawkins Singers, used to play in our living room all the time. Why? Because me and my sister used to play church. Oh yeah. If you lived in any type of household that you were raised up in a church and you lived church, yes, we would come home and play church. So I remember this song always playing in our home. Me and my sister wore this album out. We warped it. We tore it up. It could not be played no more. I remember even at the early ages of my life that we would be at New Light Baptist Church, and I would stand up in the purple theater's crushed velvet seats, and I would direct behind the late great Donald Vales. And I would mimic him. I would do everything that he would do. And my mother would just smile, and he'd smile over at us as I would just mimic him. I remember that Saturday nights at the Harvey home was baking nights. And on baking nights on Saturday, gospel music would be playing as my mother would make these buttery pound cakes and these caramel cakes and these amazing apple cakes. I remember gospel music playing throughout the house all the time. Then on Sunday mornings when we would wake up, I remember listening to Michael Features and J.A. the Gospel DJ, who is now my big brother, Bishop James Williams. I remember listening to them as they would play songs from Tutu and the Truettes, Dr. Mattie Moss Clark and the Clark sisters. And then I would hear Dr. James Cleveland come on with that big baritone voice and sing, "Have you been sick? Tell me about it." You know, I remember those days, and I am appreciative of all those days, because those are the songs, those gospel songs, that carried me through and have carried me until this day as I listen to them. And I'll go through all 4 verses and go back to the chorus. Yes, yes, yes. Even listening to all the words of the songs and the songs that have carried me, that I would put on a hymn, that I would put on a gospel song right now that can carry me through my day. So I want to thank my mother. And to all the mothers that's out there, continue to raise your children. God is smiling down on you. We are appreciative of you. We thank you for raising us. We thank you for not sparing the rod. We thank you for not giving us everything that we've asked for, but giving us morals and giving us the right judgment and giving us God into our lives. We thank you. We appreciate you on this Mother's Day, and not only on Mother's Day, but all throughout the year. We might not say it all the time, but forgive us for that. But we love you. We thank you. I appreciate not only the mother that gave me birth, but all those mothers that have raised me. My village is huge. And I have a huge heart for all of you. I thank you. Even my sisters that are out here, that are mothers, I see you and I appreciate you and I thank you. And I encourage you to continue lifting up the name of Jesus. Motherhood is not easy. There's no manual, there's no book, but we do have God's grace and his mercy. And I thank you for being a wonderful mother. In Jesus' name, I am praying for you, and I bless you on this weekend that you can carry on. Be strong in the Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Jay Gerald, our senior associate producer, for those beautiful words in tribute to your mother and other mothers in the village. In our community in Love and Stuff, there is a woman who we call Mama V. And so our last of the video tributes will come from her, Valencia Etner, who is Pastor Valencia Etner in Houston, Texas, or just outside of Houston, Texas, I believe is where she pastors. And here is a video tribute from her about the great women in her life.
Hi, I'm Valencia Etner, known as Mama V in the Love and Stuff community. And on today, I just wanted to come to wish every mother a very happy Mother's Day. Those mothers who are part of the Love and Stuff community, and those mothers who are related to us, connected to us, that are with the ancestors, and those who are still with us. Happy Mother's Day. I wanted to spend just a few moments to say how grateful I am for my mother, Marjorie Allen Robinson, who was a master teacher, who served life with a lot of altruism and a lot of grace and a lot of empathy for others. Very gracious lady who did a lot for others, and maybe not so much for herself the way that she should have, but I'm grateful that she taught me the importance of being independent, of being strong, even in difficult situations. As I look at the women that are in that corner that you can see and in the recording that you're watching, they are my grandmother, my great grandmother, my mother, my aunts. If you are going from the
right to the left. And I am very grateful for who they were and who they are. The top three are gone on to be with the Lord and are part of the ancestors, and the bottom two are still with us. And I'm grateful for their presence, for they have filled in kind of the gap. It's been 20 years since I last celebrated Mother's Day with my mother, yet no Mother's Day comes when I am not reminded of who she is and who she was and who she is for me still, even at this even though she's not here. And for those of you who this is maybe your first Mother's Day without your mom, I know how difficult that can be. However, just hold on, hold fast to the memories. It won't fill the hole, but it will give you light, even in the darkness of that. And so to my mother and to my grandmother and my great grandmother, to my father's mother, and let me just call them right quick. Eva Allen is my grandmother. Nola Kidd Brumsey is my great grandmother. My Aunt Dorothy and my Aunt Pamela, and to my step grandmother Dolores Allen, and to my grandmother on my father's side, Virginia Washington Etner. I am grateful for the DNA and the environment that you all brought to my life. I am a composite of everything that you've poured into me. And I am grateful, and I hope you are also grateful that you are able to pour into me the way that you have. I am excited to share this Mother's Day, for it is it's different. It's as they say, it's sitting kind of different for me this year. For as I reflect, I am more grateful than I am sorrowful. And so for those of you who don't know whether you're going to make it through this one, know that if you hold on, there will come a time where you will be much more grateful than you are sorrowful, although that hole, that place that only they can fit in your heart will always remain. Have a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day. If you've already celebrated, wonderful. If you're celebrating later, wonderful. But celebrate your mother, whether she's here and you can touch her, or you can speak to her, or whether she's with the ancestors. For we are who we are because of who they are. And so I hope that God will bless you and have a marvelous Mother's Day. See you soon.
Thank you, Valencia, Pastor Valencia, Mama V, for a beautiful tribute to your mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, and aunts. What an awesome tribute. And thank all of you that have made awesome video tributes. Come on right now, hit those hearts, likes, whatever emoji that you think is fitting of all of these beautiful video presentations. Thank you all. A round of applause. I'm going to give you a round of applause. Round of applause, and thank you so much. My princess, Irene Holmes, took flight, got her wings in December of 2014. And I am but a boy of 51 who was in love with his mother and had the privilege to do some caregiving for her in the latter parts of her life, and not the best caregiving, I must admit. But I did the caregiving that I could. And there are so many wonderful lessons that I could and would share, but I want to share just this. My mother, an amazing woman. I am sure because of her, I've accomplished many of the things that I have. Every oratorical contest and every Sunday afternoon tea, reception, and wedding that I've sang for many times was because of her. And she was that person who said, there isn't anything that you can't do. You have to make up in your mind that you want to do it. I talked earlier about memorializing the moments. And I want to encourage you for Mother's Day. This is a great book. Now, you could purchase it as an ebook and read it today. And if you have Amazon Prime, you could probably have it by Tuesday. This Gratefulness Journey Everyday book, I am sure, would not have been written if there was no Princess Holmes. Because of her, I am, in part. And because of her, there is a book to have been written. And so I want to share with you just a little bit from the book, because it's really the premise upon which I want to share this brief moment with you about memorializing moments. I write on page 45 about my love for bicycling. I love bike riding. And normally when I'm writing, I have a couple of resources with me. I write, I noticed something for the first time recently when I inadvertently left my headphones at home. I have an Apple Music playlist of songs that I use to play at my mother's bedside called Princess's Healing. Without the headphones, I noticed that every 20 yards or so, I adjusted my position on the bike seat. Every few yards after that adjustment, I adjusted my foot because it was coming off the pedal. Less frequently, but often enough to notice, I looked over my shoulder for oncoming traffic. Call me an adventurous rider if you must, but I never noticed these small, important things when I had my music playing in the headphones. That playlist brings me great comfort and thoughts about my dearly departed mother. It placed me on automatic, so much so that I felt in rhythm with everything and I didn't notice the small things. I read that segment because I want you to know that grief and loss can be a gigantic Herculean thing, or it could be a small thing that you experience in the context of the bigger automatic journey you will have of memorializing the memories. And for anyone that has ever experienced the pain of loss, you have a museum of memories that you can put as an exhibition and art on display to help you navigate those moments where you are having overwhelming senses of grief, depression, or pain. It's important that you take time to memorialize this moment and other moments so that you can recall them in the future when life brings you a hard ball and you don't know if you can hit it. Memorializing the moments helps to build your muscle memory, helps to build your resilience to master the moments of storm and rain. There are times in life when it seems like the storms are raging. And for many people around Mother's Day, it feels like a weekend of storms. I challenge and encourage you to memorialize the great moments of your mother, to memorialize those delectable dishes, to memorialize those sage words of advice, those pats on the back, kiss on the forehead, best hugs. Because as you begin to relive them, all of the strength, all of the chemicals, all of the hormone, and even your faith will be awakened to know that this moment is but for a time. I don't want you to lose your footing, and I don't want you to pretend like you aren't hurt, but I want you to gain the moments that you can use to power forward through any circumstance and event. You know, Princess Irene Holmes was a tough cookie. She would ford any stream, climb any mountain, and she'd go to the wall for her children. She built in each one of us, and thereby our children, a resilience that you can have strength and faith to make it through. And what I want you to add to mastering these moments is to put it on your mind. Put it on your mind when you're coming to a storm that there is another side of that storm, that one day soon you will come out of it. Now, for some of us, it's Monday, right? If I could just get past Mother's Day. But your mother lived on purpose so greatly that one day could not encapsulate the value that she's been to your life, nor should one day rob you of the memories that you have memorialized because you feel it's too difficult to handle. It is difficult, but it's not too difficult for you, my friends. If you but sit in the moment and memorialize the moment to say, as you heard Mama V say, I am grateful for having had a mother who rolled up that dough and it turned into dumplings. I'm grateful for a mother who made those biscuits by hand. I'm grateful for a mother who pinched pennies so that I could have the new shoes. I'm grateful for a mother who taught me how to save, to live, to forgive, to be healed, to be saved. I'm grateful. See, those moments live on forever, and they only lose power if you give up the power to them to what your present and current circumstance is. It's okay to cry. Year 7 or year 20 could be like ground zero, and that's perfectly fine, as long as you remember to memorialize the moments, that those moments that you shared can never be taken away. And every time you relive them, you give new power and new strength to your journey. What an awesome Mother's Day. Not awesome because my mother isn't here. I long for her to be here. I long to do one of my favorite things, which is have one of my friends, Rick Cranford, from his hat company, make hats for her. She knew she was going to get a hat for Mother's Day, and maybe two, but she didn't know the style, the color, and what she would wear. We would spend our time to get together the right suit and right shoes and right hanky to match her hat or vice versa. I'll admit sometimes my mother decided to wear the hat that I had picked out for a suit with a different suit and shoes. And yeah, my feelings were hurt because I thought I knew what I was doing. But the joy that it brought to Mother's Day mornings, and the joy that she strutted into the church with to be the flower lady, to give red flowers, white flowers, and pink flowers to those people that wanted or needed them, is memorialized. See, I miss her macaroni and cheese and her dressing. And I miss her putting her hand on my shoulder and petting me to tell me it's okay. I miss her kisses on my forehead. I miss her saying, I love you more. But I've memorialized the memories that when those days get their toughest, and sometimes they do, that I can relive the goodness, the greatness, and the grace that was Princess Irene Holmes. I hope for you to be able to do the same. And if by chance your mother is still living, I hope that you will hug her as often as you can. I hope that you will listen to her as much as she wants to talk. And I hope that you will live like her with the grace and measure of faith that she's modeled out before you. Happy Mother's Day. Whether you are a new mother, whether you are a surrogate mother, whether you are a maternal influence, whether this is your first Mother's Day without mom or grandma, or your 20th, serve her memory with honor and praise. As we prepare to go, I want to thank all of you across all platforms that have joined us. And we're going to play just a video that takes us out of some of the mothers in the Love and Stuff community, just to wish you a happy Mother's Day. If you are a mother and you don't see your face, inbox us so that we can add you to this video, and we'll promise to replay it so that everybody will know that we celebrate mothers. And brothers, don't be mad. Father's Day is coming, and we're going to do it proud as well. We have to take better care of each other, and we must handle each other with love and care. I hope you will drop in the comments, hashtag Happy Mother's Day. And I hope that you will tag someone in this content if you enjoyed it, whether you're on LinkedIn Live, Twitch TV, YouTube events, IG Live, Facebook Live, in the Love and Stuff community. We appreciate you and thank you for joining us today. Here's our closing video. It's a tribute to all of the mothers. Thank you all so much.